All right. It's like the third time I'm recording this because apparently on Zoom I only get audio. So hopefully this one's the best. So quick recap on what we're doing here. Because there's a lot of you that missed it or couldn't attend any of the calls and it got screwed up. So I'll try to fill you in on what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it. Okay? Number one, what are we doing? This is an 8-week program that's going to teach you everything that it took me like 15 years to learn. All right? I didn't learn any of this until I got to the University of Notre Dame playing for a guy named Dave Pullen, who was a Stanley Cup winning NHL captain. Before I had a coach who stopped saying, you need to focus more. Why aren't you confident? Why aren't you ready? Why aren't you blah, blah, blah? All this stuff. And Dave finally said, dude, you have no head game. You need to read these books. And from that point on, I had the knowledge, I got the knowledge, and I put it into practice. Okay? So this is what I want to share with you. In 8 weeks, I want to give you everything that it took me learning from Dave and then about another decade or more of studying. So the first thing that we want to do, okay, today is learning. Our thoughts are not us. They're things separate from us. They are out here, they come into our brain, they leave their brain, and that's it. And then as soon as we have another thought, it comes in, it goes away. Another thought comes in, goes away. Our thoughts are not us. They're things. That's all. But there are things that make us feel a certain way. Our reactions to stuff around us makes us have certain thoughts. If we get excited, we have excited thoughts. If we get sad, we have sad thoughts. If we're confident, we have confident thoughts. So on and so forth. So it's important that we learn how to control our thoughts. All right? So the first activity, I think most of you have the sheet. Looks like this. All right? When you pause the video, go, write down your 10 thoughts, and then we'll come back. Okay? I'm not going to pause it, or I'm not going to do it right now. You go do it. I'll recap with you. Ready? Pause it. Go do it. All right. So if you did it, or if you didn't, tag along with me. Okay? I just did presentation earlier. I did my thoughts. So my thoughts were, it's hot. I'm thirsty. Did I skip anything? I'm calling on Kai. I love this. I've picked on Kai like 3 times now. It's hilarious. Tony is the man. I have to tie this back to the game. I'm happy to see so many people here. Dude, I forgot to record this. That was super frustrating because now I'm recording it again. Don't forget to talk about your thoughts before a game. Patterns. I forgot to add about the patterns in every other one of these that I did. So, I want you to look at your thoughts and recognize, number one, they're probably totally random. They come in, they go out. They come in, they go out. That's how most people's thoughts are. Just random things caused by what we see, how we feel, and what's going on around us. That's it. Now, if you want to move on to the second activity, write down 3 of the happiest things you can. And then we'll go from there. All right? Ready? Go. Actually, let me rephrase that. Pause this, then go do that. Now come back. Okay. If you did those 3 things, number 1, or I'll share mine with you. Mine were tomorrow, I think I'm going to go surfing. That makes me super pumped because I love surfing. I was playing at the beach with my kid, my godson, and a dude that I played with in high school and his family. Actually, long story, but they're basically family. That was amazing. And then the last one is I'm healthy, my family's healthy, my kid's healthy. That makes me super happy. Just thinking about that gives me energy, makes me feel lighter, kind of puffs my chest up. It makes me a little bit more excited about life in general. Okay? Hopefully yours did the same. So now, let's go do the 3 sad thoughts. Okay? Pause this, go write down 3 things, super sad, see how you feel. All right. Hopefully you did it. Mine are, number 1, my kid got hurt, is unhealthy, is going through some kind of sickness. A buddy of mine, he's going through it right now. His kids have some heart problems, and it's just gut-wrenching. Like, thinking about it already, like, my heart's a little heavy. It just brings you down, makes you feel a certain way. My next one is breaking my legs I'd be super rattled. And the last one was like losing my family in some kind of car accident. That would just be like devastating. So hopefully you had happy thoughts and sad thoughts that caused you to feel a certain way. And so the point of these exercises is, number one, we have thoughts. Most of the time they're random. They don't mean anything. Number two, happy thoughts make us feel good. Sad thoughts make us feel bad. And if you keep taking that, excited thoughts make us excited. All right, so thoughts create emotion, create how we feel. So, tying that back into us, our performance, and our games. Number one, if we know that thoughts make us feel a certain way, you want to be able to control your thoughts before a game or in a game. So imagine if you came into a game or a performance or whatever, and you were sitting there thinking, I hope I don't screw up. I hope my coach doesn't bench me. I hope I don't make a mistake. Don't be an idiot. Don't do anything stupid. Just be simple. Don't be an idiot with the puck and stuff like that. Like, those are not empowering thoughts or not empowering ideas. Instead, if you came into it and you were like, I'm going to go dominate, I'm going to go crush some people, I'm going to go show everyone how good I am because I know that I'm the best player out here and I know that I'm going to absolutely dominate, and just empowering thoughts like that, and you have them consistent. So like if you go back to this example, if every one of these 10 was, I'm the best, I'm going to go dominate people, I can't wait to compete, I can't wait to go out there and do my best, etc., all the way down. Whatever the thoughts are that make you feel good. You're going to feel a certain way, and you're going to prepare in a manner that best serves you for your practice. Now, being able to do that and change your thoughts on command is not something that you just snap your fingers. It's just like learning how to skate, how to stick handle, how to shoot. It's something that takes time and practice and skills to develop. So how are we going to do that? Number one, meditation. It sounds weird. I know that there's like a weird connotation about it and most people just roll their eyes. But the way that I want you to think about it is it's weightlifting for your brain. We train in the weight room to get bigger, stronger, and faster. We train on the ice to get better hands, better skating, etc. But so few people train their brain to make the most out of what they have and what they've developed. This is how you do it. All right, so I'm going to give you 4 ways to do this. I'm going to ask you for 2 to 20 minutes every day. Find a quiet place, sit down, lay down, be calm, be still. That's all I'm asking. 2 to 20 minutes. 4 methods. Number 1, okay? Notice your thoughts. Sit down, be calm, be collected. Notice the thought come into your head, then it goes out. And then have a thought come into your head, and then go out. Notice how the thought comes in, notice how it makes you feel, then let it go. Another one will come in, rinse and repeat for 2 to 20 minutes. Number 2, focus on an object. You can use a puck, you can use a shoe, you can use a book, you can use a pen. Sit down, look at the object, focus on the object, only think about the object. At some point, your brain is going to go off of that object and then come back, and then go off and come back. We need you to understand that the practice isn't focusing on the pen. The practice is noticing when you've lost your focus and then bringing it back, and then losing your focus and bringing it back. It's the act of bringing your focus back that is meditation. It's just like when you're right before a game, it's noticing you just had the thought, don't be an idiot and don't screw up. That's the pen. Refocus, re-engage, talk to yourself about how awesome you are and how much you're going to dominate. Next, focus on your breathing. Same way as the pen, breathe out and breathe in. And feel yourself breathe out and then feel yourself breathe in. And only focus on your breath. You can count them if you want, however you want to do it. And the practice is noticing when your thoughts leave your breath and then bring them back. That's the practice, is re-engaging your thoughts. Last and hardest is focusing on nothing. Try to sit down, focus on absolutely nothing. That's it. It's the hardest by far, gonna have a thought. And recognize the thought of thinking, to think about nothing is a thought. It literally has to be blank. That's your goal, okay? Now, most people are not gonna do this. Most kids are not gonna practice this. And most of you probably aren't gonna do this. And I'm not saying that to be a jerk. I'm just saying it out of experience. But for those of you that do, this will be life-changing and game-changing. You will have an edge on your competition, and you're going to be able to dominate and develop yourself like nobody else for the rest of your life. On the ice and off the ice, it will give you an edge. Because if you stuck with me this far, I'll leave one more tip with you. After having done coaching for 10 years, and now we've had 35 kids just this weekend talked about this stuff, the number one concerns and the things that surprised everyone, almost everyone had trouble with their focus. Almost everyone had trouble with their confidence. Almost everyone had problem with like being scared. Everybody has the same fears. All of you, no matter who you look at, if you think they're super confident or not, everybody has those fears. Mike Tyson said that before every fight, he was terrified. And he is one of the scariest people to ever walk on the planet. If he felt like that, it's okay for us to feel like that too, and it's recognizing that that's important. But what's more important is having the tools and skills to recognize those feelings and then overcome them. That's what we're doing here, okay? If you have any questions, you want to reach out, call, email, text, whatever. Y'all got my contact information. I give you all massive amounts of respect for even approaching this, and I commend you for trying it. If you can do it, and if you can develop your brain, I guarantee you this will give you an edge for the rest of your life. Okay? Good luck. If you need anything, hit me up, and proud of you for even being here. Talk to you soon.